Hello, beautiful people. We are in the Victorious Live, and I have an amazing, amazing guest. I'm so excited to bring Tom Ginn in front of you with his amazing business. And I hope everybody's having a great day today and you're ready to see and meet my guest. Let me play a little countdown to bring a little excitement into our room, and we'll be right back with Tom. Hello, beautiful person. I'm so excited to have you in my show. Hello, hello, Tom. How are you today?
Oh, I am absolutely fantastic. I love your intro and I love the title of your program, Victorious.
Well, you
Yes.
are victorious. And I started this show because I want to share with all my friends and family, my business friends. I want to help people promote their business. Excuse me. And I believe you're victorious. I believe you're amazing, and I want to bring you to my audience. So, Tom, do you want to speak about how we met?
Sure. I'm really humbled that you're having on and I'm excited for you doing this live stream. We have met through the Grow Live Academy, Ken Walls. That's how this connection has happened. And we did an interview back in, was it June last
It was
year?
June. It was a lot. It feels so long ago.
Yeah. And, so we all do this live streaming for a lot of different reasons, just bring more value to people. I think that's what Ken teaches. What can we take to the world, the audience that we create, the following, with something to improve people's lives, and so that's what I've do in the live stream in my business. So I'm excited to be your guest today, and I remember doing one of my first interviews, which was you met my wife a little bit ago. She was my very first live stream, most influential person in my life. So
That's
I
amazing.
know how nervous I was. So I'm still nervous, but that's a whole different
It's
thing.
okay. We have a few friends here with us. Here's Joachim. Says howdy from hell in Norway, paradise on earth. Well, hello, Joachim. It's good to have you here. I hope I'm saying your name wrong, right? And if it's wrong, that's because Ken always is asking how do we say that. But Tom, I'm so sorry. I might cough a little bit. I'm coming out of a cold, and I'm trying to keep it back. But Tom, tell us about you. Where do you live? Where are you in America?
Well, I've got a long story, so I'll try to condense it the best way I can. Born and raised in California, native California, um, in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I started out my working career in working for corporate America. Was in a contract negotiator for the Teamsters in the grocery industry. And I recognized that wasn't my passion. I wanted to help people. That's always been my core uh, essence of who I am. And I didn't see that fulfilling me at the level that I really wanted. So I went into business for myself in 1983. I'm going to date myself a little bit. I'm basically psychologically unemployable. Okay.
Right.
I like the fact I can control my own destiny, but I was introduced to the financial services industry through a back door. I always call it the back door. Somebody shared something with me that educated me about how money works and some financial products and those type of things. And I recognized that I wasn't being served properly as a person using some financial service product, and I became disturbed. And so I decided to get involved, and I got involved in the financial service industry for 20 years. I built my own agency in California, insurance, securities, mortgages, everything around helping people win with money. And and I decided we wanted some bigger challenges, and I accomplished some pretty significant things. And I went off and did some consulting and sales training and development for other companies, relocated around the country to Albuquerque and Chicago area. But what got me to Wisconsin, my wife was born and raised in this community called Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. Now, I always tell people that's a tough one, but I tell you what, historically, it's where the Wizard of Oz was debuted in this community.
Okay.
And this is known as the Hamptons of the Midwest, beautiful 15 lakes within about a 7-mile radius called Lake Country. I feel like I'm on a vacation all the time, but my wife was born and raised here. We moved to Wisconsin 20 some years ago, 25 years ago now. Moved to Oconomowoc 8 years ago. Downsized the big yards and the house and all that stuff. Live in a condominium complex that makes my life simpler. So, but I've been an entrepreneur. All the things I've done has always been around helping people. So I got into coaching, financial coaching initially. I'm a Dave Ramsey certified coach, John Maxwell coach, and a Bob Proctor certified coach. My wife and I both are, and helping people understanding the results we get in our lives are directly related to our internal thinking, our subconscious thinking. And that's been quite rewarding for myself. I've grown quite a bit in the last 8 years studying Bob Proctor, personally mentored by him. So he just passed away here a few weeks ago. So I just want to recognize that the person that made one of the biggest influences in my life is Bob Proctor.
Amazing.
But in this journey of helping people, the universe, I believe, just delivers what you need when you want it. Right? It's
I
okay.
agree. I agree.
So that's going to lead. I've done many different. I had a youth sports photography business. I shoot the little T-ballers all the way up to college. Did customized portraits for athletes and all sorts of stuff. But when everybody got one of these things called the cell phone, everybody thought they were photographers. So I decided to change my business, and that's what moved me into financial coaching, which led me into personal development, and now which led me into what I'm taking the latter part of my business and professional life in a different direction, the health arena. And so you may want to ask me what am I doing in that area?
This is what we're gonna talk about next, and the blue bottle, right? Um, this is what you're doing now. So after your journey in financial services and your journey through the entrepreneur life, you came across something that is changing lives, and it helps people take their health to the. It feels like it taking their health in their own hands with this amazing product. Is that right?
Absolutely, absolutely. A little bit. My wife's been in the holistic health arena for 30 some years. We have a wellness center here in Oconomowoc, and we're always looking how can we bring a holistic approach to helping people take control of their health. Unfortunately, we live in a culture of
Yes.
not very healthy people. A lot of reasons. I won't get into that today. And so one of my business colleagues, a consultant friend of mine in my consortium team, do business consulting. He says, "Hey, Tom, you and your wife have a wellness center?" And I said, "Yes." He says, "You need to know about." He comes from the hospital environment,
Mm-hmm.
and Drew is his name. And he says, "You need to know about what this thing called Redox Molecules." I says, "Have you heard of it?" I said, "No." So he proceeded to share it with me, and I says, "I'm open." And that's one of the things I've always been, is I know my core values and my whys in life. So when something comes across me, it's my litmus test. Does it serve my purpose of helping people? So when I started introducing to what redox molecules are, I just want to give a little backstory on it.
Mm-hmm.
This is a new science and new technology. 3 Nobel Prizes been awarded. The first one was in 1998 to a Robert Furcott, discovering what redox molecules were. In the science world, they just thought it was waste of the cell, but when they found out when they discovered what these redox molecules are, it created a whole new science. And as they've done more and more work and study, This is they're saying is the essence of our health at the cellular level. Our health is predicated how healthy our cells are.
Right.
Right. So no, whether it be a headache, there's something going on with the cells, and whether we have some sort of health condition, it's directly related to the health of the cell. So when they discovered what these are, they found out it all goes deeper than just at the cell. It goes down to turning on genetic pathways that get shut down over time as we age. And so I'm getting into what I studied. Okay.
Wow, this is so incredible.
Yeah. So there's more science in here than anybody would really want to know, but it's safe, and I'll get into something. So three Nobel Prizes started the industry of what are these molecules are in the pharmaceutical or the biotech industry. They wanted to see if they could. What I'm talking about is native to your body. You're at the cellular level, creates your mitochondria creates these redox molecules, trillions of them by the second, trillions, and they're the signaling process that tells our body what to do. Hey, we got something wrong with this cell, come in, see if we can repair, replace, those type of things. So it's a signaling process that goes on. And when the science started looking at it, they said it could never be stabilized outside the body. It's like trying to capture a spark and put it in a jar and then go start a forest fire. He says you can't do it. Well, they did. They were able to stabilize the molecule 5 to 15, 20 minutes in the lab, but they couldn't stabilize them for a long period of time. Well, they did. There's a gentleman that founded this company. I like to, tell the story of this company because this is
share with us.
important.
It's so incredible. And I'm sorry to interrupt you. Before we go into the story, I want to share the link where we can learn more about that. Is this a good time? Do you think I can?
Oh, sure. Just go ahead and put it up. That'd be great.
Ticker, because this is where we can go and learn more about the product. Correct?
Yeah, the whole story, everything you'd want to know it starts there. And
well,
how do you
share with us everything that you can share so that we know all of it.
Yeah. So Vernis Norton was a CEO of some of the largest Fortune 50 companies in the world. And he retired, but he was doing business consulting. This biotech company out of near Salt Lake City, says, we need your help. We think we have something here, but we don't really, they needed somebody to come in. And so he came in, looked at the biotech company, sold off 9 entities and left this biotech research company that had discovered redox molecules, how to stabilize them. And so he started doing his research. And he contracted a guy named Gary Samuelson, was an atomic physician. He studies medicine down to the atomic level. And he commissioned him to see if they could stabilize these bottles longer than 10, 30 minutes. And he did.
Wow.
By the grace of God, accident, whatever, whole combination of circumstances, they've been able to do it. So they have a patent, all the intellectual property, very complex thing, what your body does. They've been able to do it outside. And it comes in a bottle like this.
That is so incredible.
Yeah. And it starts out what your cells have in it, saline. The mitochondria breaks the salines down and turns them into redox signaling molecules. That's what's in this bottle. It's neither a vitamin, mineral, it's not a nutrition product. It started out at saline. It's certified by some high labs that what's in this bottle is redox molecules. I won't get into validation of that. That can be found in the information. So they stabilized them. They are a biotech company. One of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the world approached them. They recognized, wow, the wow. No, there's no companies that can come in and buy a company that a lot of people think there's just saline in here or salt water. It's not. They're not going to spend hundreds of millions of dollars to buy a company. They wanted to buy the patents. They wanted to buy the intellectual property. And we'll offer you so much money, you'll never talk to anybody else again, is what they basically put on the table. Under this condition, everybody that's on the product, including Vernis Norton, They put this out in the field with, and the health benefits that have come from this are very significant. I got to read a disclaimer here. The Redox technology is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease of any medical condition. Okay. So I'm not going to use medical terms, those type of things. Stay in compliance. You're in the financial service
Yes,
arena.
we have to comply.
Yeah. So they said everybody that's on the product would have to come off of it. That told them they were going to bury it. And the significance of what this does for health across the board, anything in our health, some of those people would have been, I would just be blunt, a death sentence. That's how critical it was. So they said no. And they said, well, how can we get this product to the marketplace? This is 12 years ago. Okay. Well, they looked at traditional pharmaceutical route. Technically, it could be a pharmaceutical. They were elected. They didn't want to do that because it would have been squashed, have been, expensive, yes, so on and so forth. But how do you educate people about health if you just put that on a shelf?
Right. It's
a type of product you need some education. That's why I got involved. I'm educated and continue, yes, so I can share with people what this is. So they did the impossible, and 12 years ago. And Vernis Norton was the founder of the company. His son Tyler runs it now. Their ethics and mores and their ethos are phenomenal. Resonates with me. They're, yes, doing this for the right reason. It's not just, yes, another company to make some money. They're making a legacy company with it. So that's one of the reasons I got involved. Number one, the significance it does for one's overall health. I mean, every aspect of your health. That's so awesome. I did a lot of research. Go ahead.
I have a question. How do you take, is it like fluid in the bottle? How do you take it? Do you drink?
We have two delivery systems, the best way to put it. One is the internal cellular health from the inside out.
Okay.
And how you take this is based on a number of factors. Basically 4 ounces a day, a couple ounces in the morning, a couple ounces in the evening. It goes to the cellular immediately. Okay. The other is the topical version.
Okay.
Our skin is the largest organ we have. This is called Renew 28. Our skin cells rejuvenate themselves every 28. This is an amazing product just for vanity. Okay. Getting rid of wrinkles and keeping the health. This is not a makeup or aloe vera or any creams or any lotions. This is actually bringing, look at your daughter, how vibrant
yes,
their skin is, right? And when we're young, children, that's young cells. Let me share with you what happens as
I need that, Tom.
When people really see what this really does for the vanity side, it's pretty amazing. But so two delivery methods, one for the skin. This also works if you've got discomfort in your back, your neck, your headaches or knees or whatever. Wow. I'll share my story, how I benefits I've seen from the product, both with a topical as well as the liquid. So it's an amazing product. A lot of people, though, a lot of doctors are about 10 to 15 years behind technology.
Right.
Today, go ahead.
We know that they have to stay within their contract and, selling and sharing what they can. But on the link tree here, I read a little bit before I talked to you, so I kind of know what I'm talking a little bit about. And a lot of doctors are actually part of the business because it is so incredible. And the doctors that really have the vision to help their patients and help their people are part of this because it is so incredible, correct?
Absolutely. Let me just share a little bit about this. It's being taught in every major medical school, redox biochemistry. It's a science by itself. They're teaching that, what it does, in every major university throughout. The matter of fact, University of Colorado is one of the major research centers. Wisconsin, University of Wisconsin. Dozens of universities are studying this, doing what does Redox Molecules do in all these areas of our health? Okay. And there are 1,500 textbooks written. Dr. Lee Osler is a dentist, but he's a research dentist, and he's wrote a book for a layperson, What Redox Matters. Dr. Ward has written a book in his clinic about what redox. There are 1,500 books. This is true science, and redox signaling is going to be something that people will be seeking out in the very near future. It's that significant. So it's not another deal. And there's really 5 reasons why people have an interest in looking at this. Now, we're bombarded, right, every day on our TVs, our radios, about nutrition and health and all this. And you know what? We need to be better informed, better educated, but we're not really educated about nutrition and our diets and what really causes health. That's part of the mission, not just taking a product, but educating people on what is the formula for health: hydration, sleep, proper nutrition, exercise, and your mind, making sure you have a positive mental attitude about your health. And science knows this. You have negative attitude about your health, you get old. You have a negative attitude, you get sick.
Yes.
So the company's more that it's just a holistic approach. This is the foundation to our health. And this is why those people in the professional healthcare, when they see it, do their research, make sure the double-blind studies, is it safe, all that. First of all, it's safer than the water you're drinking right now. Non-toxic, doesn't interfere with what you're currently doing. If you have treatments from whether it be medications, it doesn't interfere with any nutritional products or anything like that. You know, a lot of people don't know this. A lot of times you take nutrition products, they interfere with your medication, right? So there's a lot of things that people not even aware of, and they're getting sicker because they're not informed. So there's 5 reasons why people really take a look at this. Number 1, they have a health concern for themselves. They're experiencing some of the things that come with age, or maybe an accident, or something could be a health concern that they're looking for a solution that they're not getting from. I'm not downplaying Western medicine and doctors. I mean, if I break something, need surgery, if I need an emergency application of a medication, thank God it's there. But that's not solving the problem. It's not getting to the root issues of what's caused the ailment or how to heal that ailment. It's just putting a Band-Aid on.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. It's like you put a Band-Aid on a wound that really needs surgery.
Exactly. Thank God we have that, you know. But as people in medical community starts understanding it, they're making it part of their modality. It's going to enhance anybody that's in the health arena out there, professional. It can be a massage therapist, acupuncture. As they see this, they can see how this will support and provide a better enhancement to what they're currently doing. None of those things by themselves are the silver bullet, but it's a combination of things. And if you can put this in your practice, you're doing a whole lot more good than just the one thing you might be doing. And that's my biased opinion on that, based on so somebody's own personal concern. They've looked at all the maybe they just, God, I'm just don't have the energy. They got something that the doctors can't put their finger on, right? Somebody they love has a situation, then they want to introduce to them. They're concerned about their well-being and health. A lot of people are more inclined. It's just a matter of time. See, Redox Molecules, we have a lot of them when you're young. It's going back to your daughter, how smooth her skin is. Kids fall, they heal quicker. Somebody that's 10 heals quicker than somebody that's 20. Somebody that's 20 heals quicker than somebody 40. That same bicycle accident, somebody 70 might be fatal. Or a kid with just a scrape and a bruise and a broken arm, right? When we reach puberty, our body starts producing less of them. This is why we start seeing the aging process. Our skin changes tone, we get wrinkles, our environment affects that as well. But that's the aging process. I guarantee you this. Next week at this time, you have less molecules than you did today.
I know.
That's the progression of what happens. And the science says this: any major health concern that you have, it's already been in the making for about 8 years before you see the symptom. So a lot of people use this product because maybe they see something in their family that has some sort of genetic disposition to some sort of condition, and they want to work proactively. A lot of people do this. This is really amazing.
Okay.
For endurance and recovery. This product is being used by Olympians and world-class athletes for performance. They're studying this product for performance, world record holders. So if you're, even those who just want to get out and exercise more, walk further, bicycle further, just want to stay heavy, it's amazing what it does. I'm experiencing it on my, I'll tell one of the benefits I've had. I have things that go wrong with your knees.
That's what I was going to ask you next. How did it help you?
Well, after I was introduced to it for Drew, I started ordering the product. I started using the gel on my knee because of the discomfort. I couldn't walk downstairs. I couldn't walk downhill because just it would put a lot of discomfort. I've used a lot of different things and got some relief, but I've never experienced what I experienced with this. Number one, it removes the inflammation, which causes the pain. But the second thing, what it does, it starts the restorative healing process within the joint.
Wow.
So it's not just discomfort, getting rid of the inflammation and putting up pathways to block the pain. It's actually restoring. So
wow.
It was for that. I started taking this, my mental clarity. I'm pretty high energy anyway, so people have to stay there. It's part of who I am. But there's days that get foggy. I want to work proactively.
Yes.
I started using this and it just for my exercising. And in a very short period of time, I'm an athlete. I used to play college football, and so I knew what it takes to get to a high athletic level performance. It takes a lot of work, a lot of pain. Right. So I've gone through all that. So but I couldn't exercise as hard because the discomfort. And I'd do a bicycle because I couldn't do anything jogging or anything like that. I think I can jog now. Now that we got to get the snow off the ground, I'm going to see if I can jog again.
Wow, that's so incredible. That's
just my
amazing.
exercise on my bicycle. My resistance on the bicycle was a level 4. But I couldn't go hard. My knees would start hurting and that type of stuff. And in the next day, my muscles were achy, just typical workout type things. Today, and within about 2 to 3 weeks period, I tripled my resistance, same 30 minutes on the bicycle. Instead of 6.8 miles, I'm doing 8.4 miles in the same 30 minutes and at 11 or a 12 resistance. And I think it goes to 15. Same 30 minutes, no pain. It's amazing. That's why athletes are performing higher. So if you're just looking for overall well-being and want to hike more, bicycle more, keep up with your kids, grandkids, this is
how do we get this has got to explode. This has got to go out big. This has got to go huge, because I feel like everybody benefits from this at a level that they can't even comprehend because they don't know. I'm so grateful that you came to share this with us, because it's so important and it will help. Like I have neighbors and I have friends and family that need this, and I had no idea. So this is wow, Tom, this is amazing. Tell us more. How do we order? Is it on Linktree?
Well, 2 things we always advise. Number one, there's a lot of counterfeit out there. So you want to get your product from an associate or a distributor like myself. Okay. That's the business model we put out. Network marketing, word of mouth, education, the ripple effect. When somebody sees the benefit, they're going to share it with their loved ones, their wife, their children. It's that significant. So you just don't want to go online and go to Amazon or or any of these things. Matter of fact, Amazon do not buy anything. I would never buy anything online if I didn't know it was coming directly from the manufacturer, because you don't know if it's been counterfeit. What they have found, and Amazon has found this, people would take old product, expired, put a hole in it, fill it with water, and then sell it. Okay. They've even found bottles with ketchup in it. So this is an advice for anybody that's taking supplements, if anything, know the source. So the only way we recommend it, and you're not going to get it save money by doing that. Because in our program, we have loyalty rewards. You get your product at discounts so longer you use it. And then we have a referral program. We reward people sharing the good news. So you got to be careful with any product you take internally. Where does it come from? This coming through an associate comes from our FDA facility in near Salt Lake City. It's all validated what it is. There's no guesswork. It's safe. I would never buy anything that I didn't know where exactly it came from.
Right.
A vitamin or any other nutritional, if I didn't know exactly where it's coming from. So that's an advice out there. So yeah, getting it through an associate is we like to educate first. So people get proper expectations. This isn't, we call it a SIA, which is the root word is from the sea, because the saline, salt water, right? But this is not salt water in this bottle or in this tube. Okay. So through an associate like myself or somebody else that's a
okay, and we can find you in here. It has your calendar, and we can reach you out through this link, correct?
Correct. All information about Redox Molecules are anything. You can go deep as you want, but enough information you know that this is for real.
Okay. Now I have a question.
Go ahead.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry. This is
no, you're doing great.
So how do you? Okay, so you have this gold mine on your hands, right? And it does amazing. It has amazing results, and it does amazing things for people. How do you educate people? How do you what do you do? How do you bring it out to people? And what is it that you do to to promote it, to bring it out? Do you have like groups that you get together, or do you have
we have many different things. Let's say I was talking to you and I ask you how you're doing, and you say, I have some sort of health condition I'm concerned about. We just go, and I'll share what I know, and I'll tell part of my story. So once you know the benefit, it's that good news. You want to share it with everybody. I share it with everybody. And if I know somebody has some sort of concern, I really make it a point they at least know about it, because that's part of who Tom Ginn is.
Yes.
I do not want to live a life with regrets. So can I share this story with you?
Of course.
In my business consulting, there's a gentleman named Tom Doyle. Okay. He was a restaurant consultant. He did cost reduction strategies for restaurants and food organizations, whether nursing homes or whatever. He'd go in and help them. So he was a new part of my team. And Tom had a condition with blood sugar 1. Okay. You got blood sugar 2. With that, which is a root problem. Okay. Yeah. Not a healthy guy because of that.
And so many other people have that.
Absolutely. It's when you really, the epidemics that we're in certain health things, a lot of them could be changed just through education. Our health is in our hands, not in the medical industry. Our health is in our own hands. That's one of the messages we want. Take control of yourself. So Tom was new to my team. I had already did my due diligence. I had really, and I'd experienced the product. And God, I know he's got this sugar 1 thing. I says, no, he's probably new relationship. He probably thinks I'm going to try to sell him something, get him to join my organization, go sell the product, all this crazy stuff I coach against. And then October 8th, this last year, I get a call from Brian, my other partner in my consulting business. He says, Tom passed away. My heart sunk. Loved the guy. Great guy. Short period of time I knew him. As type of person you just resonate day one with.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
So on our anniversary date, it was a great weekend we had, but it was hitting my heart because it was contrary to what Tom Ginn believed in. If I knew something can help somebody, I have a moral obligation to share it.
Yes.
Now, it's not my responsibility whether they accept it,
Their response.
use it, or get a result. At that point, that's when I made a decision. This leads to why I'm doing what I'm doing. I know the significance of this product, and people need to know about it.
Yes, I agree.
So I looked at all my businesses. I have 5 businesses. Which one can I have the greatest impact? Without our health, we have nothing. Quality of life. If we have wealth, we can lose it in a heartbeat because of some health condition. That if we had more understanding, maybe we could have slowed it down. Maybe we could have shifted it, and we could have done something. So at that point, I made a decision where I was going to put the remainder of my professional and business career is behind a C in this product. It's that significant. And I've got some pretty good businesses. I
That's
just
all.
believe this is the wave of the future. As a business guy, I see the window of opportunity, and I want to be in that wave. I've missed the other ones.
You didn't. You didn't miss Windows. That's okay.
Yeah.
Tell me what's happening every Wednesday night.
Every Wednesday night, I do a 20 to 30 introduction.
Okay.
So we show a couple of videos. We usually may have somebody that comes in and tells a testimony, what they experienced with the product, that type of thing, and just orientation. What are redox molecules, what they aren't, what sort of expectation, and just through education and short, and that causes the conversation to go deeper so
Does,
that people go, I'm ready to give this thing a shot.
does participation in this require an invitation, or people just go to the link and register?
That link that's run, that bit.ly Wednesday Reg ASEA, that requires a registration, just your name and email. And then I host the meeting. Sometimes I bring a guest in. Sometimes I just use some videos. But 30 minutes is a good foundational place where a person go, you know what? I need to know more. I need to know more. And then that's where then we get together and talk, answer the questions. Every Tuesday evening, this company is, because it started out as a biotech, we have a lot of medical doctors. We have a science board. We have more, I forget how many PhDs that work in the research with the company. We do independent studies throughout the world evaluating how does these molecules work in certain areas of our health. Those are going on. The company puts a lot of money in research, hundreds of millions of dollars. This is not another deal. Okay.
Wow.
But every Tuesday evening, we have a forum. You can get a hold of me and I can get you the password on that. Dr. Hoffman, every Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. Central Time. She does a short presentation. Then we open up questions. How concerns people have. This is a new technology. I guarantee you, when penicillin came out, there was a lot of people, why should I take it? What are my concerns? Is it healthy? Right? So we want to make sure people get properly informed, get rid of any myths, recognize it can't hurt you. It doesn't interfere with what you're currently doing. It's safe. The upside is worth it to look at.
Incredible.
And then on Saturday mornings, Dr. David Silverman, he's on the medical advisory board. Both these people are. We do another session on Saturday mornings at 8:30 Central Time. And again, if anybody wants that, you can message me and I'll do an invite, because we talk medical stuff there. So we just want to make sure that
there's disclaimer.
We just don't let the world walk in and throw curveballs or myths or anything out there. So we want to bring the integrity to our messaging there. So.
Wow. Incredible. I know how amazing this is. How does the order process? Okay, we talked about that.
They just reach out to me and I can get them our website, but I like to do at least a 5-10 minute Q&A with them, help them set proper expectations. Like, it's called ASEA, it's not panacea. We want to let people know that there's a process to take it. You just, some consistency. Proper. We have a baseline. We have everybody go through the evaluate where they are in any area of their health, and then 7 days they evaluate, 30 days they evaluate it. And what they found out after 90 days, people have very significant shifts in their overall well-being. So how long does it take to see results? I saw some immediately. Over time, every week, I'm seeing something different in my health. I'll just share this with you.
I'm speechless. I don't even know what to ask you anymore. This is so incredible. I'm speechless. I'm like, I need this.
I'm blessed genetically. I'm blessed that I have good DNA in my family, longevity. Very, very no genetic health dispositions. The health problems I had were self-created. Okay.
Right.
So I'm blessed. So one of my colleagues, I didn't tell anybody what I was doing. I'm putting this Renew 28 on. And one day, she's my accountant. She says, we were at a Kiwanis event, and she says, Tom, I sense something different about you. And I said, what is it? She says, your skin. Did you have some plastic surgery? I says, no. Would you want to know what I'm doing? I'm using this. This is a Renew. My skin complexion got younger, just like a child's. That glow, that smoothness.
Wow.
So I start seeing, my wife said, well, and the next thing, as some that we age, you ever notice how people, when they get in their 50s sometimes or 60s, they're not walking with a gait and surety. You start seeing shuffling and smaller steps. Well,
Yeah.
I'm 72 this month.
No, you're not. Don't say that.
I am. I'm proud of it.
Okay.
I got another 30 years to go.
Your spirit and your presence and your image feels like 45. It's
a mindset too.
Yes.
That's what I've been coaching about. But anyway, I was starting to notice because of my knees, but my eye says you're walking old. You ever know what I'm just use that? You're walking old. And within a few weeks, I'm walking as if I was back to 35. I mean, surety your feet. That is neural connectivity. That's neuropathy. Like neuropathy doesn't have to be pain or numbness. Your nerves at the bottom of your feet saying we're not signaling as strong as we need. So be careful how you walk. Your body knows I'm walk like I cannot walk anybody out there. Go for a walk.
Wow.
Surety in my feet. So that's just personal. I had oral surgery. And used the liquid in there. And the next week went back to the doctor, and the doctor says, you're healed. You're healed. Totally healed up. That is the benefit of what this does in wound healing. Okay. Wow. Cellular regeneration. So,
wow.
So that's my mission. I'm pretty excited about it for a lot of reasons.
You took me by a complete surprise. Again, I'm speechless and I don't even know what to say. This is so incredible and so amazing. And I feel like we all need this on a regular basis for having or not having a condition, or even for everyday use. It's so beneficial, right?
Absolutely.
It's amazing. I have a neighbor who who had a sciatic nerve problem, and he went to the chiropractor, and after a few visits to the chiropractor, now he can't walk anymore. I feel like they broke him. I feel like they just they took this guy who had a problem and went for help and made it worse. And so I'm for sure going to be your client here, because not only I need that for myself, but I know a few people that do as well. And so we gotta place an order there.
Well, I appreciate it. And but I really want to let people know that I want to make sure people really understand the magnitude of this product. It's not like anything we have. No one else in the world can make it. So as a business guy, I said, this is kind of interesting. You got something that works, and you got a corner on the market. But I want to make sure people understand whatever their health concerns are, we can provide resources for you can see, like for Dr. Ward at a medical clinic. And he did a little workshop for every health concern you have. And not talking about ASEA, just the science of redox molecules,
Right.
how redox molecules support bringing you back to a different level of health. Without the redox molecules, we get unhealthy. It works in the area of the cognitive, in our brains, our nerves, our bones, our skin, anything cellular. If every day we're making less, that's the aging process. Tom Ginn really liked to slow that down. I'm sure a lot of people out there, if I could just slow it down and have a higher quality life,
Yes.
we're all going, we're not immortal, right? We all have a day, but it's a quality of the life.
Yes. It's how we
That
live.
and I tell people it's your responsibility to be properly hydrated, exercise, get sleep is an area people are really blowing it. That's where our body does restorative. That's where the redox molecules, while you sleep, getting those cells back to health again while we sleep. And nutrition, exercise, having a positive mindset. People out there, no matter what you're doing, it's your responsibility for your health, not your doctor's.
I think that's the recipe for success. No matter what kind of success are we talking about, all those 5 elements are what can bring success in all aspects of life. And yes, taking our own health in our own hands is very important. I saw pretty amazing results from just eating better.
Oh, sure.
Eating better and juicing. I had a few hiccups lately, and I started juicing some interesting combinations. And at the next checkup on a blood level, it was totally different. So I can't even imagine, getting amazing molecules in my body. What's that going to do? It's going to blow them away. They will have to quit their jobs. They'll be like, we're not doing this right.
Yeah, we have resources that we have ASEA private webs, Facebook groups where hundreds of thousands of people are telling their testimonies, their stories. We got the clinical stories. We got the science. We got the DNA double-blind study showing this works 100% with 100% of people. It turns back those DNA pathway switches, and they're either dimming down or turning off, and 100% of the time it turns them back on. Placebo, 0.0%. Scientists says that is an anomaly by itself, that the placebo, there was no placebo effect.
Wow.
So the product works. Some people may not see anything immediately happening, but it's working underlying.
Yes.
It's that preventative, and that's a good thing. But if you want, it's just a matter of time that through time and age, things change. I just want to slow it down. I want a quality of life.
I think we should all want that. Tom, are you building a team?
Yeah, for those that, I always like this. ASEA has a mission to help people, not just with the product, but they have a culture about better health for better wealth. No matter what you do, whether I'm an entrepreneur, so I believe multiple streams of income, find that thing you love, go out and do it, build your financial security. But if we don't have health and energy to do that, so our whole mission is people that come in this company come in for a different reason than any other thing I've seen. It's not about the money. They recognize it because they've experienced the product. They want to share the good news. They want to drop the pebble in the pond and watch the ripple effect, and that's how it goes. And by the way, help enough people, as Zig Ziglar says, the money will come.
Yes.
So we're looking for that person that, number one, really cares about people. They care about their health. They want to share something that makes it significant in people's lives. It could be this. It could be something else. I love my financial coach. I made a lot of difference in people's lives. You're in the financial arena. You have a mission. People are hurting today financially. more so than ever. I was in the industry in 1983. It's gotten worse, folks. And it's our responsibility to understand how to win with money.
Yes.
It's not our employer. It's not our investment advisor by themselves. It's our responsibility to be financially
And
healthy,
it's
right?
definitely not the government.
You, you so it's the same thing in anything. Doing what you're doing, you have a passion to help improve people's life in some
Oh,
capacity. And I commend you. You're in a great industry and you'll do a great job helping people get wealthy, healthy.
we're so much alike because really truly we connected when we first met in the Grow Life Academy because you have the vision of what you want to do and your why is so strong, but not necessarily that you understand that by helping other people and by lifting them up is what's going to bring the success that you want to achieve. And through that and through your new journey, you're going to get there, and it's helping other people what makes the difference in our journey and in where we go.
Can I share my big vision? I always like to share my vision.
Absolutely, I love that.
My vision is to help 1 million individuals and families become healthier with this product. 1 million. I can't do it by myself.
Right, yes.
So I got a call to action out there. Anybody that I share that is looking for a real opportunity, doing it for the right reason, concerned about their own health, concerned about their loved one's health, willing to just share some good news. All we do is convey a message. I don't have to sell it to you. I'm excited, and people sometimes think it's salesy, but that's my passion. That's Tom Ginn since 1983. Nothing's changed. My
your,
heart's the same. My energy's the same.
your
That's
product is selling itself. It doesn't need a sales pitch. It's so amazing, and it's so good, and it's needed.
yeah, yeah.
Amazing. Wow. I I'm I'm lost for words at how wow. I have one more question. You have a
Sure.
show as well. Your show is about gratitude. It's G-Force, yes?
Yeah.
So talk about your show a little bit. Are you still doing your show?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, this Friday on GeForce, I'm interviewing Rex Sykes.
Wow. We have to see that.
Yeah, it will be noon Central Time
Okay.
on my Tom Ginn Facebook. It's up there. It's posted. You can click the reminder and
Yes.
you get notified. Share it out.
And
So I
share.
do that, and I'm not giving that up because I think it's important people get the right mindsets for life. Health is part of it. If we don't have the right mindset about what health is, we're just a matter of time that we're going to fall apart. So I do a program called G4. G is for gratitude. I believe gratitude is the mortars between the bricks of life. It changes negativity. It gives us perspective. It gives us hope. It opens the pathway to joy. It opens up the pathway to love. It opens all the pathways. That's what I build my. I'm grateful for this moment. This is the most important moment I have in my life. Can't worry about what's coming in 5 seconds. It's this moment. What happened yesterday has already gone by. I could take something and learn from it and be grateful for what I learned and move forward with it. But this moment, so gratitude is a powerful thing I teach in my coaching. Um, and then I do another program with Mark Gasser. You know Mark, he's in our Grow Life Academy,
Yes.
right?
Yes, I've seen a few of your lives.
That's Elevate Your Profits.
Yeah.
And that's more about how does it take to win? You know, we got residual bills. Do you have residual income?
Exactly. I keep telling everybody that, and they're like, well, "What do you mean you quit your job? What do you mean you make money while you sleep?" Oh,
So many ways to do it. There's not just one way. We just encourage people to look at how to become healthy financially. And it's a mindset. Your employer isn't going to take care of you beyond the paycheck to paycheck. That's it. He's not going to open the avenue to become the president of his company in most cases, right? So why not go out and create your own thing with passion? Find that thing you love to do and go share it. And guess what? The returns come back to you more than just money. Today, I don't mean thousands of people I've helped financially in my career. Okay. Today, I still get those little things. Tom, if it wasn't for you.
Right.
Introducing me. I didn't do the work. They did the work. They took the discipline to get out of debt and save some money, have a vision and a purpose, what they're going to do with the money and why they're going to do with it. They did the work. But today, even 30 years later, I still get those, hey, thank you, Tom. That is the gratitude. That is the purpose of when you get that feedback. That's
yes. It's I think it's the purpose of life, and I think I agree. It makes making a difference, a good difference in people's life is what we should all live for. Yeah. That's what I try for, and that's what I teach my daughter, and she's just amazing. Tom, I want to hug you so bad. If you were here, I'm so grateful that you allow me to bring you live to my audience. I'm so excited to give amazing molecules to bring them into my body and see the change that I'm going to see using this product and introducing it to my friends and family.
Well, I thank you much, and my heart goes out to you. I'll hug you too. We'll do one of those.
I know. When you come to Colorado, we have to make sure that we take your wife to a really good restaurant and come visit at my house and meet my daughter and stay.
Yeah, my wife would just love going down to Colorado Springs, the Garden of the Gods, and walk that park. That's yeah.
It's so beautiful. It's such a different place. The energy there, the powerful. It's so beautiful. It's so calm. It's like the Garden of the Gods. I believe it's a different universe within our universe. It's so it's peaceful.
If no one's been to Colorado Springs, they got to go to the Garden of Gods.
Yes. Yeah. And they got to let me know so I can meet them. We have Rob here with us that says thank you both. We had Sandy that said hi, Tom and Teodora. You know Sandy. Debbie was here with us, and Lynn Serrano was here. And so, yes, I hope that all our friends were sharing our live video because this was incredible and everybody needs to know about this. And so please share it. And Tom, it was such an amazing, amazing pleasure to have you here. Is there anything else that we missed that we want our audience to know about?
The only thing I would say is if you have any questions, that link that's scrolling across the bottom, within there's my calendar. You can book a Zoom call or telephone call with me, and I can do my best to get your questions answered, provide resources. We're here to make sure people understand what redox signaling molecules is. Biochemistry. It's not another deal. It's not a vitamin C or vitamin D or a mineral or a juice or anything else. It's the essence of our life, and we understand it. And if we can replenish what is being depleted naturally, we're in the driver's seat just because we trust the science. The science is already working. So been working your entire life. So
amazing product. Amazing, Tom. Grateful for you, my friend. Stay with me for a second. Let me just say goodbye to my friends, and I'll be right back if that's okay.
You got it.
You guys, I hope Tom inspired you to use the Redox Molecules. I hope you're going to be with me tomorrow. I have another amazing friend of mine. Debbie is coming to talk about her new book. And I love you. I will see you next time. Have a great day.